What is the female equivalent for uxorious? I know the word uxorious that is used to describe a husband who dotes on his wife excessively. What is the corresponding word for a wife who loves her husband dearly? I cannot pull anything out of my memory, and I feel it is very harsh on men if such a word weren't there. Example. He was an uxorious man who assiduously took care of all of his wife's needs. She was a woman who assiduously took care of all of her husband's needs.
The OED has maritorious, but it is marked as nonce-wd, so it's pretty rare. 1978p, Howard Weasel Words Xliv. 166, My husband and I, is felt to be charmingly whatever adjective is the wifely feminine of uxorious. The adjective you are looking for is the extremely rare word, maritorious.
There is no such word because there is no such thing. Smiley face. Seriously, though, the word was probably never formed because people could not conceive of a wife being too devoted.
Note that to say a man is uxorious is not a compliment. I checked several dictionaries and all define it as excessively, foolishly, or with similar negative words. This page, this URL, says that there is no equivalent that switches the genders. I have no idea how reliable that site is or how much research the author did, but at least it indicates that someone made some effort to find a reverse word and concluded there was none. I can see how logically, for most people for most of history, there might be no logical opposite. A wife was expected to be at least somewhat submissive to and doting on her husband. Calling a man uxorious is saying that he is inappropriately playing the woman's role in the relationship. It wouldn't make sense to say that a woman was inappropriately acting like a woman. Okay, you could say that she takes what in moderation is considered a positive trait and carries it too far, but that's not the same thing. I'm speculating wildly here, but it sounds plausible to me. Smiley face.
Obsequious comes to mind. It is defined as marked by or exhibiting a fawning attentiveness. However, it is not gender specific as uxorious is. The context would have to be clear that you were speaking about a wife.
There is no corresponding term because in our common understanding a woman cannot be too doting on a man. In fact, doting and overly attentive has long been the norm, though perhaps things are beginning to change just a bit. In other words, it is not an aberration, not even considered a phenomenon, and therefore requires no word.
If you wanted a board channel, please consider liking,